Hey, good afternoon or good morning or good evening, whenever you're watching this particular edition of the Midweek Refresher. This is Pastor John coming to you with another Midweek Refresher video. The desire is to give you information as well as inspiration. Certainly hope you're doing well. It's a great day here as we're celebrating VBS going on right now, and off in the back lawn, children are learning about Jesus, having a great time with one another, and Lorraine and her crew have done a magnificent job of making this possible. And so it's been a great week so far, children learning about Jesus' power and how that will pull them through. And isn't that the truth for all of us? We need his power to pull us through in so many different ways. And so I want to fill you in on a few things, remind you of a few things, and provide information, and then also take a look at a really significant passage in John chapter 15 to wrap this up here in a few moments. But another announcement is that there is this baby shower for Emily Matthew happening this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. It is a come and go experience, and some of you have voiced that you would love to give a gift, but you don't have the time, nor do you feel comfortable coming to a baby shower. And so we want to let you know that you can drop off those gifts for Emily Matthew at the church here. Feel free to do that, and that would be a great thing. For those of you that do want to go, simply RSVP Dawn Bosick, my wife, or call the church or email the church at info@fbcsalinas.com. I think that one's correct. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, so I got the thumbs up that that's the right email address. So email there. It's from 10 a.m. to noon. It'll be a great time celebrating this arrival very soon of a little baby Matthew. So we're looking forward to that. So if you have questions about that, call the church and let us know. It's this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. Second announcement, or even the third announcement, is that I want to remind you about the worship service options that we have available. First off is the online option, which is available, will become available at 8 a.m. on Sunday mornings. You can download that on YouTube, watch it, and enjoy the worship there as we celebrate what Jesus Christ is doing in the midst of all of this. And this weekend, Adam Matthews taking us through the last part of Matthew chapter 6, talking about anxiety and the importance of laying those things at Jesus' feet. And so we invite you to be a part of that. The other thing is that we're meeting on the back lawn at 10:30 in the morning. The Lord has blessed us with some great weather over the last number of weeks that we've been meeting outside. And so I want to encourage you to be there for that. If you're unable to do either one of those, at 5 p.m., and I haven't talked about this much, but at 5 p.m. we have an interactive online service that you can access at fbcsalinas.online.church. That's fbcsalinas.online.church at 5 p.m. It's a great way to interact with others. If you have prayer concerns, we can pray for you there as well. So that's another announcement. And the other one is this, and in the midst of all this crisis, in the midst of all this pandemic, it has become very easy for us to forget that we need to still be reaching out to people. And so if you know of somebody in the church who is needing help, let us know what we can do, and we will do what we can to help them out. Also, if you know of somebody in the church who's not getting this information, if you could please reach out to them, let them know that these videos are available, that we're worshiping outside. Also, give them a phone call, let them know, and let us know, and we will also reach out to them as well. We desire to connect with one another as best we can through these days. I want to invite you, as we go into the rest of this week, I want to invite you to take a look at these verses from John chapter 15. This past weekend talked about having a different perspective and what it means to store up treasures in heaven, and the importance of having a godly perspective as we go through life. And I think oftentimes we forget it's really incredibly important that we stay connected, that we remain in Jesus. Listen to these words from John chapter 15, starting at verse 5. He says this, "I am the vine, you are the branches." I love the fact that Jesus lays out very quickly where the source of strength comes from. Notice he says, "I am the vine." He doesn't say you're the vine. He says, "I am the vine." We have a vine that is constantly growing, that provides nourishment, that provides guidance. And he says, I'm the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. I want to stop there for just a moment. If you remain in me, remaining in him means sitting with him, hanging out with him, having a mindset, having a perspective that we are in line with him. How do we do that, though? We take the time throughout the day to reflect on who he is, to remember who he is. We take the time to spend time in his word, whether you have it on your smartphone, or you like having the physical Bible, feeling that, having the pages and turning them. Whatever the case may be, remaining in him involves getting involved with him and walking with him, being with him, remaining with him, being in his presence. It says, if you remain in me and I in you, and we know this, that he loves staying with us. He's faithful, even when we're faithless. He is faithful. Then he says this, you will bear much fruit. That's what we're really about. That's what we are to be about all the time, is bearing fruit. I think oftentimes in this particular season, this crisis that we're experiencing, very easy to forget that we're called to bear fruit. So I ask you now, are you bearing fruit? Bearing the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Are those characteristics, is that fruit evident in your life? It's real easy to get upset during these days. We know that to be true. But to be distinctly different, we need to remain in him. And by remaining in him, we bear much fruit. And then he gets very direct. And he says this, apart from me, you can do nothing. Those are extreme words. Apart from me, you can do nothing. I want you to think about this for a few moments. Is what you're doing nothing? Is it possible that you're working harder and harder and harder and doing nothing? What Jesus is talking about here is making an impact for eternity. What he's talking about here is making an impact on other people's lives. That's what counts. That's what continues on. Yes, we can do this particular task, we can do that particular task, but if it's not done with him in mind, it is nothing. My encouragement to all of us today is this, is that we remain in him, knowing that he's remaining with us, knowing that he will touch our lives, that he will continue to use us, because apart from him, we can do nothing. But with him, we will bear much fruit. I hope, my prayer, as we continue on in this season of COVID-19, that we would make it a season of fruit, a season of Jesus Christ changing our lives, and in the process of our lives being changed, that we would then change others, that he would change others through us. And that's possible by remaining in him. He is the vine. We are the branches. Let's reach out and be fruit-filled and fruitful people in the days ahead. I love you. I'm praying for you. I hope all is well. Let us know if there's anything you need. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless. Bye-bye.